What is up, fellow Reason users? I am Spio, and today I'm proud to show you Parafilter, the new rec extension creative effect I've been working on based on a concept by BHK Instruments. So this is gonna be a quick demo showing some of the things you can do with Parafilter. So as you can hear, as I delete the parafilter that was on this chord patch right here, all of the movement is suddenly gone. So you instantly get an idea of what parafilter is all about. It's about movement. Let's try to reintroduce some of that movement with a fresh unit of a parafilter. On Parafilter we have 3 channels. Each is comprised out of an LFO and a filter. So on the first one, which is currently active as we got the level up, we can select a wave, for example an exponential decay, bring up the rate to 1/8 and bring up the depth, which just increases the LFO modulation on the filter cutoff frequency. Obviously we don't only have a low pass 12 filter at our disposal, we can also choose between low pass 24, high pass 12, high pass 24, band pass and notch filters, with more filters to come in future updates. Let's make things more interesting by adding the second filter, which runs in parallel. So we'll just bring up the level on a notch filter and have it be modulated in a whole bar rhythm in the sine wave with some depth. You can hear that we can create some very interesting patterns this way. Let's use filter 3 for some high-end sizzle. Just bring up the level on a high-pass 24 filter and let's choose a saw wave with an inverse depth. Already we have a pretty cool rhythm going on. So this would be a kind of basic setup for a rhythmic parafilter patch, but there's a whole section of parafilter that we haven't even touched on, which is the pattern. To set up a pattern, simply activate the pattern section by hitting the big pattern button, and suddenly we can program our own pattern. So what are patterns all about? Basically we have a set amount of steps which we can set for each of our 4 patterns that we can choose from, and for each step we can choose which filter we want to be active, and we can also specify offsets, which we'll get into later. For now, let's just try bringing up filter 1 during the first 8 steps. Let's try something different. Let's try bringing this back and just having filter 2 play during the last 2 steps of this kind of little phrase, and then have filter 1 play for the rest of it. So as you can hear, we can create some interesting rhythms, but there's more to the pattern editor. Yeah, as you've already seen, we've got these lines here, which are offsets, and we can choose which parameter we want to offset by choosing one of the parameters which are displayed up here in this line. So the default one is cutoff, which is simply the cutoff frequency. So let's bring it up during the duration of a clip in this pattern. As you can hear, we have a pretty cool rhythmic evolution going on in the sound right now, and I'm quite happy with it, but there's more we can do. For example, we could switch to the rate offset parameter and have the first part of this clip be a bit quicker in rate. So as you can see, we have lots of choices to manipulate the filters dynamically and to create very interesting and moving patterns. So this was just a very small kind of peek into what is possible with Parafilter. If we switch to the back, we can see we have loads of options to hook Parafilter up to other Reason devices. And even within the device, we can make some interesting cable management things here. For example, we could hook up filter 1's audio out to filter 2's audio in, and suddenly we have a sequential filter sequential filtering going on. Obviously now in the pattern we need to make sure that filter 2 is always firing. But as you can hear now, the low pass steps are getting sequentially filtered by the notch afterwards. So definitely make sure that you also experiment with the back panel when trying out Parafilter. But that's it for now. From me, I hope I could kind of make you curious about Parafilter, and I sure hope you try it out. I had a lot of fun building this device and I put a lot of hard work into it, so if you have any questions or any feedback, do let me know, and please do me the favor of trying out the device, and if you like it, maybe even pick it up. Thanks for listening guys, and I'll see you around.